We're giving away some awesome Tortuga gear. Check it out at the link below. We're back with some great travel products to consider for your next trip. Maybe you need packing cubes to save space in your bag, or a way to make the most of the USB ports in your hotel room. We've got all that and more, but first, a backpack you'll be happy to carry daily but will still want to travel with. This durable 22-liter bag is well organized to help you fit more inside. Its internal design is just one of the things that EVERGOODS upgraded with this update, and we're digging it. Compared with the V2, the third version of this bag has even more pockets for organizing your gear. Larger items like a packable jacket or over-ear headphones fit well in the new quick access lid pocket, though smaller gear gets bunched up at the bottom. There is a key leash inside though, so you won't have any trouble finding those in the dark. Your 17-inch laptop now goes into its own compartment, which features a frame sheet and is raised from the bottom to keep your computer from slamming into the ground when you set the bag down. You can also use it for a hydration pack if you prefer. There's a pass-through for the tube, though it can sometimes be hard to find. The internal organization has been improved as well, with 2 zippered pockets in the main compartment for the smaller items that didn't work well in the top pocket, like dongles and earbuds, and a large stretchy pocket along the back wall for a tablet or even a second laptop. The remaining area can hold any other gear you need for the day. We fit a medium-sized camera cube inside, a few small packing cubes, and our toiletry and tech pouch without much fuss, making this bag a great personal item bag on the plane. Plus, there are 2 bottle pockets for hydration, an umbrella, or a tripod on the side, and the bag's wide base allows it to stand on its own, so you don't have to hold it up while grabbing something from inside. The harness system is well padded and airy. We find that it fits broader torsos better than smaller, narrower frames, though overall the bag is still comfortable enough for travel and everyday carry. It won't weigh you down but still protects your gear thanks to 840D ballistic nylon 6 fabric, which is just as sturdy as materials found on military-style bags, but much lighter. We've tested multiple packs from EVERGOODS that utilize this material, and we can't say enough positive things about it. Laundry is a fact of life, and it can be a fact of vacation if you're gone long enough. When you bring the Matador packable laundry bag along, you won't have to stuff your clothing into plastic shopping bags to haul to the nearby laundromat. You can also use this 30-liter bag as a stuff sack on your outbound trip, a hamper at your destination, or even a spare duffel bag if you attach a crossbody strap to the small side loops. When you're not using it, it packs into an inside pocket that doesn't take up much space in your bag. The 50D material has a PFAS-free DWR coating to keep damp dirties from spreading moisture to the rest of your bag. 2 very thin grab handles help you haul it, and straps on the back connect with buckles in the middle, allowing you to loop them around a towel bar or other fixed object to hang the bag up at your accommodations. Unlike most laundry bags that just open at the top, there are 2 different ways to get into this one. First is a zippered top hatch, which allows you to use it as a hamper when you hang it up. Otherwise, a longer zipper down the front gives you access to more of the bag. That way, you can see any stray socks hiding in the corners, or better distribute your clothing if you're using it as a way to transport your soiled laundry home. There's more than enough room to pack a week's worth of clothing without folding or compressing it, so you can also stick it inside your travel backpack to keep it clean on your return trip. Your grooming gear will take up less space with this toiletry bag too. Its unstructured sides means it only takes up as much room as whatever's packed inside. It can hold quite a bit though, so you don't have to decide which elements of your routine to leave behind if you don't want to. There are 3 sections to pack. A mesh one on the outside lets damp gear like your toothbrush or razor dry throughout the day. The other 2 sections are roughly the same size as each other. Put hair supplies in one and lotions in the other, or makeup in one and shower gear in the other, or mix and match to your heart's desire. There's no built-in organization in either section, so you won't be able to slot smaller gear into pockets, but there's less to rummage through with your gear divided in half to find what you want. The lack of structure makes the bag rather floppy, but it makes it easier to shift things to the side to grab the bottle you need. We were a little bit nervous about the lack of structure making it easy for powders to break, but we haven't had issues. I also have a friend who's a cabin server. She flies every other week, and this is her choice toiletry bag, and she's had no issues with anything breaking either. The recycled polyester material has a built-in ripstop pattern for durability, and water beads up on the outside when it gets splashed, which is a good quality for something that usually sits next to the sink. A large carry handle at the end allows you to pull it quickly out of your suitcase or travel backpack, and you can hang it on a hook if you want to free up counter space. The zippers run on the handle side, so you only need to unzip a little to grab the gear you need without fear of dumping it. Unlike that toiletry bag, you can't just dump clothing into a backpack if you're trying to save space. Instead, we make use of compression cubes. While not every style of packing cube saves as much space as we'd like, the Gossamer gear compression cubes do. They come in 12-liter and 6-liter or full and half sizes. They're made with 70D recycled Robic nylon with 150D polyester mesh for breathability, so you can see a bit of what's inside. Since the material is so thin, it compresses better than some other cubes we've used. The cubes take up less space inside of our travel backpacks without compromising how much clothing we pack inside, which comes in handy for longer trips. We easily fit 5 to 8 shirts in the smaller cubes and 4 pairs of pants, 2 pairs of shorts, and a small hoodie in the large. That's enough for a week-long trip, depending on the size of your gear. We do wish there was a third, smaller size for socks and underwear though. Instead, we stuff them in the smaller one when we need fewer shirts or find another pocket to pack them into our carry-on luggage. The main compartment and compression zipper tracks are different colors, so it's easy to remember which YKK zipper to grab when you want to compress the cube versus which you need to open it. We appreciate the color coding, as will anyone who has ever accidentally dumped out their carefully rolled clothing when they meant to cinch things up. Not every accommodation is flush with plugs and ports to charge your gear, and there's a good chance that you'll run down multiple devices throughout each day of your trip, especially if you're traveling with family and friends. That's what makes the Futurizta Tech Hydra so helpful. This 100-watt USB-C cable splits into 3 different chargers on the other end, so you can charge your laptop, phone, and earbuds at the same time. Christine and her family used it to recharge their battery banks overnight without hogging the other outlets they needed to charge their phones and fans on a recent trip to Disney World. The cable charges gear so quickly that you can recharge several small devices in one evening if you swap them out. It puts out 65 watts of power on the first cable, 30 watts on the second, and 5 watts on the third for lower power devices. To help you remember which one to use, the ends are labeled with a Thunderbolt for the highest powered one, then a C2 and C3 for the others, so you know which is which. There's even a small screen on the front of the more powerful 2 cords to tell you how much power is going to your device. You can power up a MacBook Pro in 2 hours if it's the only thing plugged in, though it'll take about 6 to 8 if you're also charging something else. Obviously, smaller devices like a phone or tablet charge faster, and we haven't noticed as much of a difference in the recharge time when you charge more than one smaller device. The braided cords give you 1.5 meters of length to help you access even hard-to-reach plugs, and there's a built-in strap to keep things neat inside your tech kit. Just keep in mind that these are only USB-C ports, so you won't be able to charge older iPhone models. Earplugs don't always cut it when you need to get rest on a trip. Whether you're on a plane or in an unfamiliar bed, you might need help drowning out noise before you can sleep. The Soundcore Sleep A30 are super small, active noise-canceling earbuds designed for sleeping. They're supposed to fit 98% of ears, though we found that sleeping on your side while wearing them will still take some getting used to. However, with 4 silicone ear tips and 3 foam ear tips for noisier environments, we've been able to find the right fit. While you could just pop in your headphones, the smart ANC of the Soundcore Sleep A30 blocks more low-frequency noises in the environment, like a snoring partner, and the air wings work with the tips to create an airtight seal to block high-frequency noise. The case listens for the snoring sounds, adjusting the masking audio to compensate. You can pick what you'd rather listen to in the app, from a downpour to a waterfall or whistling winds, combining your favorite sounds to create your perfect mix. Then download it to the earbuds so it's easier to access when you want to fall asleep. The earbuds shut off automatically when they detect that you've fallen asleep, but the battery lasts 9 hours, so you can listen all night if needed. You can also set an alarm for when you want to wake up, so you don't have to set another device. Pop them in the case for a recharge in the morning, and you're good to go for the next night. They also work well to block out travel noise, whether that's from the plane engine or the road. We can barely hear any road noise while traveling in a pickup truck on a camping trip, but the earbuds don't get quite as loud as AirPods. They function just like any other set to play music, movies, or podcasts you'd rather hear instead, so you don't have to pack a second set of headphones for your trip. You might just have to crank up the volume more than you're used to. When the battery runs low, you can plug those headphones into this slim wall charger from Satechi. It's thinner than most others and has 2 USB-C ports to charge up 2 devices at once. It provides 67 watts of power to one device or splits it between 2. In that case, you'll need to choose which gets 45 watts and which gets 20 by choosing which port you use for which device. They're labeled on the bottom of the charger, though the words are rather light on some colors, so you'll have to look closely. Unfortunately, there isn't a way to only plug in on the 20-watt side and only use 20 watts of power instead of the full 67. However, GaN technology should prevent overheating or overcharging if you only plug in your phone, for example. The plug gets a little warm when you use it, as do most wall chargers, but not too hot, and we can put up with it for something this thin. It's just over a ½ inch thick. The prongs fold away when you need to slide it into your tech pouch, and since it's smaller than a travel mouse, you should be able to tuck it into just about any pocket. Then you'll be ready to juice up your phone and tablet, even if the closest outlet you can find in the Airbnb is behind the couch. So there's our latest travel gear finds. Let us know in the comments below which ones you're looking forward to trying out, and we'll see you in the next one.